So we're now recording, and I'm going to share my screen. And that way, if somebody wasn't able to make it, I think it's kind of crazy because sometimes I do the invite, every Monday I send out what's happening this week. And for some reason, I don't know if people don't open it or what, but they just kind of scan through it and then they don't get on. But if I send out a invite for the meeting like this, like let's say I've sent it out this morning, hey, don't forget to join, that's when I get the most people. So I don't know what's going on there, but that's okay. At least we have us. And Michelle, I know you're already a leader and you know this information, but it's going to be good information for you to just use some of the words that I'm using to be able to teach your people. Now, Janet, I know you're in District 1070. If you can type in the chat box for me, a little bit more about yourself. How long have you been with Avon? Do you have a team? Are you new? Just a little bit something about you, because I don't know you personally yet. Let's see, I should be able to get in that chat box maybe. There it is. Oh, you're in District 1742. Okay, I didn't even realize that. See? Thank you, thank you. Okay, who's your sales leader or your upline that got you started, Janet? Okay, Sonja. Okay, all right. Well, awesome. I'm glad you're here with us. Okay, so and Michelle's in District 1742 as well. I don't know why I was thinking you were 1070. I apologize for that. I just started running 1070, so I just assumed when you joined our last meeting, maybe because I didn't know you yet, then you were in 1070. But anyway, I'm really, really glad to have you with me. And so you just got started in March. So have you even placed your first order yet? Or will you be doing that this week? Oh, okay. All right. So you started in camp. Yeah, you did say March, right? I'm thinking May. Oh my goodness. March was 2 months ago, Tammy. All right. Perfect. Perfect. So you're 2 campaigns in. Awesome. So guys, I'm just going to close out that chat box, and Michelle helped me out with that a little bit in case I need help. But just to get you guys started, we'll be here for about 30 minutes. So about to 1:30. And I really just want to take you through how you can earn checks in the mail from Avon. So, when you think about our agenda and what we'll be covering, it's all about Avon's awesome bonus opportunity, what it means to make dreams come true, some tips for success, and then I'll just bring it all home for you, okay? Depending on what it is that your needs are in this business. So there's 2 ways to earn money with Avon, and sometimes I think people forget that. We're a multi-level marketing company. When you think about that, we sell, but also we offer the opportunity to others. So as you sell, you can earn up to 50% on everything you sell. Okay, great, right? But think about this. You have to sell an awful lot to make some profit, and that is just the way it is. So let me use Michelle as an example. Michelle's selling because her goal every single campaign, I know she wants to make 50%. So, and I'm grabbing my calculator here because this is pretty realistic here. I want to let you know what it looks like. So if you look at $15.75 to get it 50%, let's say you have an average order size of, let's say instead of $25, let's increase it to $35. Let's say you're selling a little bit more per person, right? So my average order is $35. That means I need to sell to 45 people. That means to sell to 45 people, you got to be giving out about 100 brochures. That's just the numbers. That's the way it's going to work. Okay? Michelle, does that sound about accurate? Michelle?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm putting in so true. I'm typing. Yes, it does sound accurate. The more books you get out, the better responses you have in your business.
So when you're having those 1,500, 1,575 campaigns, you're probably selling to anywhere from 40 to 45 people. Would that be about right? Maybe even 50?
Correct.
Okay. And at 50%, if everything was an Avon core item, you'd be earning, probably about $700 after you put out a little bit more for your books and your supplies and stuff like that. And that's a great income every 2 weeks. Absolutely. Absolutely. But some of those items are going to be 25% items too. Okay. So again, we got to sell to a lot of people to make $700 every 2 weeks, right? Or that would be about $1,400 a month. Okay. And you know what? Maybe that's not where you need to be. It's all about where you need to be. But here's the thing. We start offering the opportunity to others and helping them to achieve their dreams and goals. And guess what? You make money and bonuses off your team. So if we teach our people to sell, then we also profit from that. And I know personally that Michelle has started a team and she has a team selling under her as well. So when you do both of these, when you sell and when you build a team, that's when you're going to see the maximum earnings potential that you have and that's offered to you in any multi-level marketing company. Okay. And, I just love this part of the business because I like it. I like to explain to people, it's kind of like insurance in your business. All right, let's just be realistic. I just told you Michelle's probably given out over 100 books every campaign. She's servicing anywhere from 40 to 50 people every 2 weeks. Something happens in Michelle's family, her kids, her husband, somebody gets sick. Guess what? She doesn't make any income because she can't get out there and make the sales. But when she builds a team and she's bringing in income every 2 weeks from her team sales, something happens, somebody gets sick, then she can take a break and take care of what she needs to take care of, and she still has a check coming in. Or let's not talk about sickness. What if you want to go on a vacation for a month? And I'll use Eileen Esper as a good example of that. She went on a cruise last year for an entire month, and she said when she got home, she had over $1,000 in checks sitting there for her. So, that's the benefit of building a team. All right. So moving on to, here's another benefit, right? I don't know about you, but beauty is definitely shared best when you share it with a friend. And, I think about myself, I work out every morning and I have a neighbor that joins me to work out. Well, guess what? If she doesn't want to go, sometimes I get a little lazy, right? I don't feel like going if she's not going to go. But having her to say, hey, you up? Hey, you meet me at 6:30? That's my buddy system. So it's the same thing when you're doing a business. It's always best when you're doing it with a friend. So why not share the opportunity with somebody that you know? So you might be thinking, well, how exactly does this work? So it's all about sharing the love of selling, teaching others how to sell, and then as you move up through the advanced leadership ranks, then you get to a point where you're actually training others how to recruit and build a team. And that's about where Michelle's at right now. And then as you move up to the next step, it's about mentoring other leaders and developing more. So, each step right now, if you're not in leadership and you have not referred your first person yet, then it's all about just sharing the love of selling. We'll teach you the rest. Okay. But the great thing is while you're doing this, you'll be able to earn products, rewards, and opportunities. All right. And I'll bring you through all of that. So maybe you're thinking, well, where exactly do I get started? You know what, guys? It's all about who you know and where you go. So I want you to think about, who do you know? Your Avon customers. Who's placing really big orders every 2 weeks? Who would like to benefit from saving on their orders, right? Because when you get started, you get a guaranteed 40% off your order for the first 4 campaigns when it's $100 or more. And think about your friends. Think about your family. Think about neighbors, work colleagues, maybe friends via social media. Who from that list would love to have additional income coming in? Maybe they're wanting to go on a vacation this summer with their kids. Maybe their husband just got a job cut. Maybe they just got a job cut, right? Think about also who they may know. And then think about where you go. Think about work, clubs, schools, daycares, health clubs, your place of worship. Think about all of those places. Those people are either your customers or they may be interested in getting started and making money themselves, right? So I'm going to take you through a little activity. And Michelle, I want you to do it with me because I do it. No matter how many times you've done it, you always think of someone new. And I know you've done it already, Michelle, but I want everybody, and I see Emmy just joined us as well. Welcome, Emmy. If you can type, I don't see you, but I see your name on there. If you can just type in the chat box, I'd love to know a little bit more about you. Let me see if I can open that chat box too. And just, in that little chat box, you can tell me what district you're in, or if you can talk, if I can hear you. I'm not sure if we can hear you. Let's see if it'll work. Can you hear me, Emmy? Okay, not sure if she can hear us. We'll wait and see what happens. But what I'd like you guys to do, Janet, grab a pen and paper. Michelle, grab a pen and paper. Stop crimping.
Okay, I'm trying.
Look, I got my pen and I got my paper.
Right in front of me. I'm listening.
Okay, Emmy, is that you coming through now, maybe?
Yes.
I can barely hear you.
I really would prefer if you couldn't hear me.
Oh, I hear you now. That's okay. If you want to mute your mic and just type in the chat box, that's fine with me. Just go ahead and hit the mute button on your mic, and it'll cross over the mic, and then we won't be able to hear you. And then you can just type in the chat box for us. Because I'm getting some background noise as well.
We got some crickets.
Perfect. All right, so let's get started with our activities. This is going to take us 4 minutes. So let me set my timer. All right, so I want you to write down 4 relatives that come to your mind, right off the top of your head. So my 4 relatives, I'm going to put my mother-in-law. Emmy, your mic just unmuted again. All right, I'm going to put my mom. Sister, it unmuted. It was muted, and now it's unmuted again. I hear an echo every time it unmutes. Okay.
Don't
So
you
my
love it?
mother-in-law, my mom, I have my sister, and I have uh-oh. There we go. Keep it like that.
Chipmunks.
I know it sounds like chipmunks when it unmutes. Just leave it like that. It's good. All right, let's see. We already a minute in. Let's start over. All right, the joys of technology, right? Mother-in-law, my mom, my sister, and let's see who else. Relatives. Oh, my granny. Okay. Then let's go into 4 friends. I got Deborah. I have Lindsay. I have Monica. And I have my friend Elena. Okay. And coworkers, well, you know, I can list a bunch of Avon district sales managers. So I'm going to list ex-coworkers. I have Erlene. I have Claudia. I have Glenn and Mickey. And you notice 2 of those were guys. Okay, 4 neighbors. Let's see. Glenn lives on my left. Sue lives 2 doors down. We have a homeowners association on social media, so I'm going to put that. My goodness, there's about 100 people in there. Let's see. Shay lives at the front of the street, and Marlon. Okay. Let's see. We're 2 minutes in. 4 people from our place of worship. We have a lady that just started selling real estate. She just gave me her card, and her name is Helene. It took me a second there to remember her name. I'm going to name Caprice here because I like to meet her, and we do Bible study. Let's see who else from my place of worship. Okay, I'm leaving the other 2 blank. I'm going to move on. 4 clubs which I belong to. Okay, I work so much with Avon that I don't belong to a whole lot of clubs, but I will tell you, I just did painting with a twist, and that was a lot of fun. So I'm gonna write that down. I'm also gonna write down softball because that's my daughter's, and I'll skip over that because we're 3 minutes in. Electronic friends. You know what? I'm going back to the homeowners association, but I'm also going to put my aunt and Shelby and my Uncle Mike. They all live out of town. 4 people I know through my kids. Let's see. I'm thinking softball group now. You got Jean. Oh man, I can't think of Bailey's grandmother's name, but I'm going to put Bailey's grandmother there. I'll just put Bailey's grandmother. You know, that's good enough. And let's see. I'm going to skip that. I'm going to go to 4 out-of-state relatives. Believe it or not, I don't have anybody that lives out of state. I don't even know if I know anybody that lives out of state that are friends. But you know what? I bet you my friends know people. Okay, so we're at 4 minutes. So this is my question to you guys. How many people are on your list? Where did you start? I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I have 24. So where are you guys at? How many do you have, Michelle?
18.
How many?
18.
18. Okay. What about Janet or Emmy? If y'all could just type it in the chat box. How many? 18. Okay, Emmy, that's a great start. 21, Janet. Great start.
Go, Janet. Go, Emmy.
Yes, great start. You know, guys, what I would encourage you to do is that was fast. I mean, you had to come up with it like that, right? But you know what? Now what I want you to think about is who are your 10 friends that if you caught a flat tire, they're going to come to your rescue? Add them to that list. Who can you call? You're on the side of the road, you got a flat tire. Who can you call? These are the people that's going to help you to start your business, okay? And then I want you to take it a step further. I want you to look at that list and I want you to think of who do you know that might be close to retirement that would like extra income? Who do you know that's going on a vacation this year? Who do you know that their kids are very involved in sports or whatever, right? That costs a lot of money. Travel ball or dancing or whatever. I mean, money. Who do you know that's kid might be graduating from high school? That would be me. Or going off to college, right? Very, very expensive. You know, think about now, who do you know on that list that you could offer the opportunity to? And don't prejudge them, because you might be thinking they have all the money in the world, but you know what? Behind what they show you, they may be struggling and not telling you about it. Or you know what? They might have the money, but they're paying bills. They have the bills to match the money. So everyone needs additional income. Everyone does. It's just if Avon is a right fit for them, okay? And you can't judge that until you offer that opportunity. So I want you to put a dollar sign next to anybody that can use money and just hang on to that for a few minutes. We'll come back to that. All right. So I'm curious, did anybody come to mind? Michelle, Emmy, Janet, anybody came to mind from your list?
Yes, Bernadette.
Okay, tell me a little bit about her, Michelle.
She goes to church with me, and she works at City Hall, and she does have grandchildren and whatnot, and her husband is also disabled, so you could use that extra income.
Okay, absolutely. And you know what? On my list, every single person comes to mind. And I'll give you some examples. Lindsay, I mentioned her. Her husband got laid off from the oil field. There's somebody that comes to mind. And he was making very good money before he got laid off. My sister's a stay-at-home mom, and she only has one vehicle. Her and her boyfriend share one vehicle. Okay, that's crazy. I don't know how she does it. My friend Monica, I wrote her name down, but she actually signed up. She has a great job. Her husband has a great job, but guess what? Monica kept on ordering from me because she was my friend. And finally I said, Monica, why do you keep ordering from me? You wait forever because you know I don't sell. I'm giving you a great deal on it, but you know what? Just sign up, and that way you can get your stuff for free. Or, you know, she does. What she does is she sells enough to where when she's ready to order her stuff, her profit goes to her stuff. So, you know, Monica signed up already. So every person on my list, I can come up with a reason why Avon would fit them, because I love the opportunity and I believe in it. So that's the first thing I want to ask you is, do you believe in the opportunity? Because if you don't believe in the opportunity, you won't be able to tell people why it would be a good fit for them. But I also want you to continue to generate leads. So think about this. Anyone that does say no, don't take it personally. She's not saying no to you. It's just to the opportunity. And just remember this, each no is a step closer to a yes. Guess what? I've already offered this opportunity to my neighbor, Lindsay, about 5 times. One day she'll take me up on it, right? When her and her husband use all their emergency fund and they don't have any more and they have nowhere else to go, they're gonna be like, you know what? Let me try this out. Also, you know, gain recommendations from everyone you meet using the 4 A's of Avon. Anytime, anywhere, always ask. And we're going to talk a little bit about that too. So if you think about the power of 3, if every day you talk to just 3 people, 5 days a week, okay? We'll give you off on Saturday and Sunday. Think about that. 15 people in the first week, 15 people in the second week, 15 people in the third week, 15 people in the fourth week. That is 60 people per month that you will talk to about Avon. Now, what I would suggest and what works is offer them the opportunity first. And when they say no to the opportunity, if they do, then you say, well, I'd love to have you as a customer. Is anyone servicing you? That's the way you want to do it, because out of 10 people, you'll usually have one person sign, 1 to 2. You'll have about 4 to 6 customers. And guess what? You're going to get 2 to 4 no's. Okay. And that's okay. Again, it's not about you. Don't take it personal. So some of the benefits of Avon that you can tell people is, number one, be your own boss. This is your business. We'll guide you to whatever success looks like for you, but it's your business. Bottom line is you work it when you want. And if you have family, you put them first. Okay. But you know what? You can always work it around your family as well. When we go out to dinner or whatever, why would I not offer the opportunity to the person waiting on us? So I just make it every day a part of what I do. Also, you can manage your business online. That is huge for people. Social media and online shopping is so big right now. You can set your own hours. You can work independently or with a team. Also, it's quick and easy to start. We have free business training tools, and we're a worldwide leader in beauty products. One thing that I would recommend is there's some trainings on Avon University. It's called prospecting, and I forget what all they're called, but there's a lot of trainings about prospecting. Study the benefits of joining Avon, which is going to help you to overcome objections, right? Because if somebody gives you an objection, you may not know what to say. But if you really study this and learn from the best, then you'll know what to say, and practice makes perfect. So make sure you're practicing. A couple things that you can say is, if you're out and about, you can say to somebody, hey, look, I'm looking for people just like you, people who would benefit from additional income. What would you do if I gave you an additional $300 every 2 weeks, or $300 a month, or whatever? So that's a great way to open up, is just say, hey, what would you do with an additional $300 a month? What if I can show you a way to make that? Right now, we're also offering, and we just added to this, guys, great opportunity. For the first 4 campaigns, when somebody gets started and has at least a $100 order, they're going to get 40% discount. For the next 4 campaigns, when they have a $200 order, they're going to get a 40% discount. And we're adding to it for the next 4 campaigns. So their 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th order. This is 6 months in business. When they have a $300 order, they will get a 40% discount. This is huge. And that's including their e-store as well. And when they do place those first 4 orders that are $100 or more, and they do that every campaign, the consistency is what builds the business. They're going to get a bundle of products valued at $100. So just what a great opportunity for somebody to get started now. So what's in it for you, you might be thinking? Okay, you're telling me to offer the opportunity. That's great and all, but what's in it for me? So this is our Journey to Gold incentive. And in the beginning of your business, 90% of your sales is going to come from your customers. However, as you're building that customer base, and which is super important, by the way, to build a strong and solid customer base. But while you're building that customer base, as you're offering people the opportunity to change their lives, you can benefit from what we call our leadership program. And as you're building, you can get to what we call Gold Ambassador. That usually takes anywhere from 4 to 6 months. And when you get to Gold Ambassador, the average earnings is about $500 per month coming in commission. Now, we also have other steps to our program, but I want to really just focus on Gold Ambassador first. And once you start bringing people on your team, we'll focus on getting you to those other levels. So it's truly a simple plan. First of all, we want to help develop our people under us to get to where they're selling to 20 customers every 2 weeks at least a $20 order. 20 customers times $20 is $400 every 2 weeks. That would get you to where you're maintaining the 40%. And actually, I'd like to change the slide. I would rather it say 20 customers at a $25 order, because that's going to give you a $500 sale, and that's actually going to give you 40%. Because 440 is when you hit the 40%. Okay, so let me just change that. I know you're seeing something different on the screen, but the average order in our districts are $25 anyway. So this is a little small, okay? But if you teach the simple plan to others, then you will be on your way to Gold Ambassador. So the first level to get to gold is what we call a promoter. A promoter is where you share the love of Avon with just one person and you start your team. Then you jump to what we call ambassador level. An ambassador level is when you have at least 3 people on your team and their sales and your sales total $1,000. Now, if you have 3 people on your team that you're teaching to sell at $400 per campaign, that's $1,200 right there, right? So that's where you would bump up to ambassador. Now, at ambassador level, you'll be making about $50 per month, okay? At silver ambassador, if you had 6 people on your team, each selling at $400, that would be $2,400 in team sales, and that would give you enough to promote to silver ambassador. Now, your potential earnings at silver ambassador is about $200 per month. Now, a gold ambassador level, you know, you're looking at needing $4,000 in team sales. So if you had 10 people on your team, all placing orders of $400 or more, then that would give you $4,000 in team sales, and that's where you would see the potential of $500 each month. Okay? So hopefully, any questions yet on that? I see a couple little messages in the chat box. Let me make sure. Okay, so Emmy says, I'm having trouble getting anyone to say yes. That's what I've started doing. And out of about every 15 books, I usually get 1 order. Okay, so that would go back to the sales, Emmy. And so, you know, usually out of 10 books, you should be getting about 4 orders. That's average 4 to 6. So one thing I would highly recommend is when you give your book, say, hey, you know, and this would be a sales training, but I'll go into that just really quickly. Hey, this is my name and number on the back, but let me get yours as well so that I can follow up with you and give you the next brochure. And I see Michelle answered you and said, remember to follow up, pick products you love and promote it. And that is so true. So make sure you join. If you're newer, Emmy, and having struggles with that, join the new rep training tonight at 6 o'clock, and that will help you as well. So, you know, beauty empowers women to empower others. And this is our advanced leadership reward program. And so let me take you through that. All right. So as we promote our love of Avon and we share that with others, you're going to be taking the journey to gold. So when you bring somebody on your team and they place their first $100 order, besides them getting the 40% guarantee, you're going to earn $35 for that first order, for that first person, okay? And you continue to do that. It's unlimited. Now, as they place their second, third, fourth orders, and they're at least $100, when they earn the 40%, you get $10 checks. So on one person, that's potential of up to $65 for that one person. First order, you earn $35. Second, third, and fourth, as you teach them to sell, you earn $10. That's $65 per person. Now, as you promote and maintain your title, there's also some bonuses. So look, when you get to ambassador level, you get a $100 check. When you maintain that for 3 consecutive campaigns, you earn a $300 check. Silver ambassador, $150, maintain it, $450. Gold ambassador, $200, maintain it, $600. When you add all of this up, it's a lot of money. So let's bring you through that. Let's do the math. So this is you. You're currently a promoter and you brought one person on your team and your downline is inconsistent in ordering, right? You want to make $2,500 by campaign 12 to purchase a new car for your daughter. So let's make that happen. So the simple plan, 20 customers times $20, $400 every 2 weeks. You decided to share that simple plan with your neighbor. She signs up. You start her in campaign 6. She was able to find 20 customers for her first campaign and her sales were $400. So tell me this. Michelle, don't answer. Janet or Emmy, how much is your recruiting bonus? Little test here. How much is your recruiting bonus? Okay, that's your sales. That's your sales. Great, great answer there, Janet. But how much is your recruiting bonus? The story was you just signed up your neighbor. She got 40 customers in her first campaign, and her award sales were $400. So how much is your bonus that you're going to get for signing her up? Okay, I'll help you. So remember I said when you get your recruit, and thanks so much, Janet, for trying that for sure. So remember I said when you get your first recruit and you sign your first person, then you get a $35 check when they place their first order of over $100. So you would have actually just made $35, okay? Because you signed your neighbor on your team. She had over $100 order. You get a check of $35. All right, so is everybody with me? Everybody understand so far? Make sure that I got you guys and y'all understand because I don't want to lose you. Let's see. Let me check that chat. Okay. All right. So the next part of this, okay, let me get out of that chat box. Hold on. Let me get back. Uh-oh. It's not changing. There we go. So you look out the window, you see your neighbor dancing in the living room. Guess what? She's so happy. She just earned 40% on, well, she didn't earn 40%. I need to change these slides. Okay. But we'll use this. But usually, actually, at a $400 order, she would have earned 35. No, she did. She earned 40%. That's right, because she's in her first order. Oh, my goodness. Look, I even get crazy sometimes, guys. So that's right. She's her first order. So she earned 40%, which is $160 in her first order. She used $125 to pay an electric bill. And she used the other $35, and she's taking me to happy hour. That's what I'm talking about. Woo-hoo, we'll go have some little beverages. So back on track. Your neighbor's happy, and she decides she's going to keep working her little Avon business. She submits a $400 order in each of her next 3 campaigns. Campaign 2, Campaign 3, and Campaign 4. Okay. So hint, hint, it's on the screen. What are you going to earn for onboarding rewards? Don't be afraid to try. What are you going to earn for onboarding awards?
Well, the $35 and then the $65.
Okay. Hey, Jen, I see you joined.
Hey, yes, I know. Been crazy. I've got the exterminator guy here too.
Okay, that's good. $35 is going to be your first check, and then you're going to earn $10 on her second, third, and fourth. So you're going to get $30 more for onboarding rewards. So awesome, awesome, awesome. $65. Yeah. Okay, so let's keep on rolling through this because I want you to really see the math. All right, so you love the warm and fuzzy feeling you get from helping your neighbor. And that's what I love about this business is helping people. You also love the $65 in bonus checks that are rolling in, right? So you decide that you're going to focus on recruiting 1 new team member each campaign, and you're going to share the simple plan with each of them. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So in campaign 6, we sign up our neighbor. Campaign 7, we're going to sign up our babysitter. Campaign 8, we're going to sign up that teacher. Campaign 9, we're going to sign up a customer. Campaign 10, gas station clerk, right? They're not making money. Campaign 11, a school mom. Campaign 12, hey, I talked about my sister earlier. My sister. Campaign 13, a Craigslist prospect, right? Because we can prospect on social media. Campaign 14, you're starting to get leads now. Woohoo! You get them from Avon. You got an Alma lead. You sign her up. Campaign 15, a soccer mom. And campaign 16, a nurse, okay? So moving on to show you what that looks like, right? Now remember, ambassador minimum qualifications is 200 personal sales and a minimum of a first 3 people placing their orders. And then your team sales need to be 1,000. That's when you start making commission too, guys. So there's a tracker for you to track all of this too. It's the Journey to Go tracker, and that's on avon.com or any of the welcome emails that I send. That's usually included. If you don't have it, reach out to your upline or myself and we'll get it to you. All right, but you want to track that money. So think about that though. When you look at all of that money that you're able to earn, that is a lot. Oops, hold on. Where's my screen is popping all over the place. I'm sorry, guys. There we go.
Stand steady where I'm at.
So if you think
I'm going to carry you into the other room though.
Jen, were you talking to us? I'm sorry.
I said you're staying steady where I'm at. I said, but I'm going to carry you into the other room.
Okay, no problem. So I'm just actually right at the end of it. I'm trying to finish up. So I got about
Yep.
3 minutes to finish up, guys. So, as you do this, look at this money, right? Because now we're promoting, not only are we earning those $35 checks, those $10 checks, but we're promoting our business. And now we've gone up to ambassador and earned $100. We maintained it. We earned another 300. Then we earned 150 when we moved to silver. And so I think I have a slide that shows you that. So look at this money. Remember, you needed $2,500 to buy your daughter a car. Well, here's the money. You recruit 10 representatives that all place their first order. You get $35 checks. That's $350. You earn 30 onboarding rewards of $10. That's an additional $300. You promote to ambassador. That's $100. You maintain it for 3 campaigns. That's $300. Promote to silver ambassador. That's $150. Maintain that for 3 campaigns. That's $450. Promote to gold. $200 in your pocket. Maintain that for 3 campaigns. That's $600. Guys, that's $2,450. We're not even counting the commission that you're earning. It's a lot of money on the table. Now, will it all happen that easy? No. You're going to have some people that's going to quit. You're going to have people that aren't going to place an order. I mean, we have bumps along the road, but that's what you have me and your sales leader for, to help you and encourage you through that, to let you know that you're not alone. So you bring your first person on board and we'll take you through the rest. All right. So, what if your 10 recruits journey starts with you? This is all about you getting your business started. So I do want to take you through this in 2 minutes, because I told you I'd be 30 minutes, and I do want to wrap this up, but I want to take you about a little bit through prospecting. We talked about this a little bit already. When you think about going out prospecting, you need to just make it a part of what you do every day. It doesn't have to be an activity, but in your purse, when you go out every day, make sure that you have materials to share, business cards, maybe a brochure. You want to make sure you're asking questions that spark interest, and practice the art of listening. And don't forget to invite them to join, okay? So consistency, make it a lifestyle. Everywhere as you go, remember, anywheres, anytime, always ask. You never know who's looking for the opportunity, okay? If you're going to the grocery store, offer the opportunity to the grocery store clerk. Maybe you're thinking, well, I don't have enough time. Yeah, you do. Say, how long you been working here? She's scanning your groceries. Oh, you like it? Are you full-time? Ask her questions. Just talk to her and listen to what she's saying. She's going to tell you what you need to say next by listening to her. What if she says, oh my gosh, I wish I was full-time. Nobody gets full-time anymore. Well, what if I can show you a way to make an additional $300 a month? Would that be beneficial for you and your family? And then ask her, what would you do with it? You didn't tell her you were with Avon yet. Then say, look, I know you're really busy. There's a couple of people behind you. I'll tell you what, write down your name and number on the back of my receipt. I'll give you a call after work. What time do you get off? It's all about just prospecting. If she says no to the opportunity, you have her as a customer. You don't have to tell her everything at the checkout. Get her name and number. Make sure to use every method available. Casual conversation, your waitress, your cashiers, wherever you go, the school with your kids, social media, network marketing groups, local organizations, the Chamber of Commerce. See what's going on in your areas. Make sure you prepare your approach. You know what? Practice it. Practice it and recognize your fears and approach them anyway. Focus on their outcome. Remember, it's not about you and what you love about Avon. It's about them. So remember I asked you all if there was somebody that came to mind when you did that 40 customer list, somebody that can use additional income. That's when I had Michelle share a couple of people that she mentioned or thought about, and I shared. Remember, it's about them. It's about what their benefit would be with Avon, okay? And relationships, maybe they're not ready right now, but you know what? It could take time to nurture that relationship. You're going to see them again. You're going to talk to them again. Look, guys, we did a recruiting event over the weekend. We signed up somebody from November, December, January, February, March. I mean, this has been 5 to 6 months. Nurturing that relationship. It wasn't the right time for them, and that's okay. We can't push them to do something they don't want. All right, so hopefully this has helped you all a little bit. When you think about prospecting too, there's a lot of training available at youravon.com under sales leadership, field fundamentals prospecting. There's also Successes Green courses, how to be a master prospector, converting your leads into representatives. All of that is at Avon University. And we also have prospecting flyers too. And we offer Avon opportunity meetings. And speaking of that, that's what I wanted to tell you about. Next Tuesday, we have an Avon opportunity meeting. When I send out my what's happening this week on Monday, you'll have the link for that. So if you have someone that's kind of on the fence and they're not sure if it's the right opportunity for them, you can invite them to our opportunity meeting at 7:30 Central. And you know what? You get them there, we'll do the work for you. So what questions are there before we close our call? Any other questions or anything that I can answer for you guys? Janet, Emmy, Jen, Michelle, anybody?
I'm really good.
Yeah, I think I've got pretty much all that down pat. I just got to look at it and get it ingrained in me.
Okay.
The process.
Okay.
All I know is that I'm recruiting.
Okay.
I do what's right in front of me, and right now I'm recruiting.
And you know what? When they say no to the opportunity, you got a new customer. That's the great
yeah.
thing. You're
Yeah.
getting customers at the same time. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So what about you, Janet? Any questions? I know you can't talk, but if you could chat, any questions that you may have? Anyone that comes to mind that you want to offer the opportunity to? I know Jen has 3 people already that she's just started building her team over the last couple weeks. Okay, well, I'm going to stop the recording. That way I can get that out. Let's see if I can figure out how to do that. I'm going to stop the